What did that one teacher do to you that you'll never forget? I have two stories about the same teacher, one from 5th grade and another from high school. In 5th grade, I had a teacher named Mrs. Thompson. She was tough, strict, and ran her classroom like a boot camp. Most of us didn't like her much because of how demanding she was. She wasn't mean, but she wasn't exactly kind either. One day, I came to school a mess after learning my parents were getting divorced. I was shaky, red-eyed from crying, barely keeping it together. Mrs. Thompson noticed right away and said, "Jake, hallway." Now I wasn't in the mood to get yelled at, but I stomped out into the hall. Instead of scolding me, she asked if I was okay. She told me she knew what was going on at home and asked if I wanted to talk. I broke down, telling her how lost I felt. She gave me a hug and suggested I spend some time in the library since she knew I loved books. It was a small gesture, but it meant the world to me. Fast forward a few years to high school. There was this week-long science trip to study marine biology at the coast. 4 students were selected each year, and I was chosen during my sophomore year. I was excited, but I knew my mom would never let me go. She was strict, and we'd never been on a vacation, let alone a plane. But Mrs. Thompson wasn't about to take no for an answer. She called my mom to convince her, and when that didn't work, she came to our house for dinner. She spent 2 hours persuading my parents, especially my stepdad, that I needed this trip. She sat and ate my mom's terrible cooking and talked to my parents for over 2 hours until they finally said, "We'll think about it." And she kept following up until they agreed. That trip was the best week of my life. Mrs. Thompson might have seemed tough, but she truly cared.